All right. Welcome back, vlog family, Ray's World. What do we call this? Tell all? Okay, so transparency moment. We shot this whole frame. I went back and looked at it to edit it and realized that my head was cut off. But Tron still looks good. I'm a little cut off, and hopefully y'all can still deal with it for the rest of the video. We'll get better next time. What would
I
you
guess
call
so.
this?
Q&A.
Q&A. We are back for another set, another series, because it seems like we got pretty good feedback. Dang, I just hit the mic. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So it's not a super long video. This time around, our child is not with a babysitter or with his grandparents. So hopefully Shrek can keep him occupied for the next few minutes. Okay, you want to start?
Yeah. No, I'm reading it, or how
Oh yeah. Let me let you start.
That's what I was about to say.
All right, so these are the two options for folks at home to see.
Top.
All right, top.
Whatever the top is. How could you be a better spouse, parent, and doctor? Oof.
All right, show it to them. You can answer one. You can answer all. Whatever.
Finish residency. Have more time. I think that's the biggest deal. I mean, most of the stuff deals with time. Better doctor, definitely could study more. Better parent, especially more time with your kid. Better spouse, more time with your wife. I mean, I think that's kind of where it overall starts. Without that, I think you're already kind of at a disadvantage.
Fair enough. Yeah. Do I need to answer it?
No.
Okay.
It's yours.
Okay.
All right.
And we are on our way to a birthday dinner for my mom. So happy birthday, Mom. So we're going to try to do this kind of quick but good answers.
Cheating.
Oh, sorry. I'm not cheating.
Okay. Here's the two.
Let me do top since you did top. How are you balancing loans as... I keep touching this. How are you balancing loans as two doctors?
Shit, not paying them. Goddamn Biden, boy.
Uncle Joe, if you hear anything from us, please,
scratch them out.
Scratch them out, forget about them,
Yep.
I mean, at this point, how it worked out, we're both signed up for like public service loan forgiveness.
But I don't qualify for the job I just signed, though.
Well, I mean, like in residency. Right. So we, when I started, the way it works, the first year, because you based off the income prior. As students, we don't have income, so my payments were $0. And then my second year of residency, I had payments up to March 2020 when COVID hit. And so, I mean, it might have been like $150. It's income based. Then COVID hit, and I haven't made a payment since. The wise thing to do for people who had the money would have been to kind of pay down on the loans during that time because they weren't accruing interest, because we got hella loans. But we didn't have any money. I got hella loans. He got a lot of loans, but I got hella loans. So together we got
and I was saying to me two schools of thought. One school of thought where people say, oh, well, you should just pay them all off. While the other school of thought pay like minimum forever. I don't know many people to do it right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I think what happens is family happens, buying a house happens, having kids happens. So maybe you can't like double up, and then you want to invest in 401k and everything else.
It's hard. We just so you know, we do have a financial planner who knows about this, so we're not just kind of shooting in the dark.
Right.
But right now we haven't really made a payment. But if you have the money to make payments, then I guess I definitely would. Whenever Uncle Joe decides it's time, we will have enough money.
What, June?
I heard it was June or so. Damn. We will start paying on them then. But since then, I mean, we've made equity on a home we bought. We've made some really good investment decisions. Right. So we're doing good, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Bottom.
Oh.
What's the bottom? What is your 5-year goal? I think 5 years is a little short, but
that was teasing.
Be done with family planning. I guess that'll be a goal. Obviously, have a job that you enjoy, because I signed up for a job, but most people say I always try to be condensed to 2 places, especially for ER, just in case you don't like your job. But hopefully, I'm in a job that I like. Hopefully, we're kind of done with family planning. I would say hopefully financial planning will be more stabilized as well. Like, the house in Augusta is sold. We got investing in 401ks and that kind of stuff. And hopefully I'm just chilling, to be honest with you.
Financial security, that's what we want. Financial freedom. Can we still do this question?
What's that?
Do this one.
No, that's cheating. You gotta leave it for the last one. Okay. That's cheating.
I really want to see. Let me. Okay.
That's cheating.
You'll not know what that question says. Well, actually, you will, because I held it up in the earlier part before he picked it. All right, so it's my turn.
No, that's my turn to show you, right?
Yeah, but I hold it up so they can see both options, and then I guess I'll pick.
All right, here's the 2 options.
Let's go with bottom. What's the first purchase you made after becoming a doctor?
Resident or attending?
I don't remember what it was for residency.
House?
The house? I mean, the house is
both. You bought a house when you started residency?
No,
we bought another house when we started here.
Because we lived in that townhome we were renting when I started residency.
Yeah, intern year, but I mean, we didn't make. That's the only big purchase we've made are houses.
Yeah, we really didn't make big purchases. I mean, we might have gone.
I mean, a house is a huge purchase.
I feel like my intern year, actually, I was saving a lot for the wedding.
Yeah, the wedding was.
So that's what I would say. We planned the wedding that we got married in Atlanta a year after I started residency. So right in the beginning of the second year, and he was going into his fourth year.
Yeah.
So that was what I was saving for, was trying to balance paying for a wedding. And one big thing, I guess I'm gonna hit on another topic. I come from a very Southern Baptist family where we were shacking up.
Yes, you
was. We were. There are 2 sides and a true side to every story. This man wanted me to move in, but we shall continue. It takes 2 to shack up.
I didn't claim that we wasn't.
So we were shacking up, and honestly, I mean, I thought it saved us a lot of money. I mean, I was at his place all the time anyway.
Yeah, rent free. Rent free.
He will not let me live that
shit. They had nerve to tell me, I don't stay here. We're not shacking up. Yes, we are. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
So that helped us financially. It helped me financially.
Exactly.
First year was that my 4th year, I was staying in his apartment. I feel bad now.
No, it's fine.
But think about it. When I was an intern, you were still a med student. Mm-hmm. Who was holding it down?
So who was a ride or die chick? You was paying the rental payments, and I was paying the utilities.
TJ just saw us. Let's see if he comes in here. Okay, maybe he won't.
All right.
Okay. I think it ebbs and flows. That's the thing we gotta say, I guess, in marriage or relationships. Like,
it's no 50-50.
There's no 50-50. Sometimes you just gotta be 100 at this point. Sometimes you're not always able to give 100.
It's never 50. It's usually 90-10 or
so 60, and that's just 60, part of
40 or anything like that. It's never 50-50.
So first purchase, I guess, to recap, as a resident was saving for our wedding, and then the purchase. TJ, he can pick the next card. The purchase as an attending was the house that we have here. Okay. All right, TJ. Here, put that down. Come here.
Come on here, then. Say hey. Look at the camera. Say hey. Say cheese.
Say cheese. Okay. Pick the next card for your dada. Which one do you want him to answer?
This one? What does it say? Favorite thing about your spouse? My favorite thing about this spouse, I truly believe she's a loving mother. I think that's the thing that I think I definitely enjoy the most. Especially when picking a spouse, you always should think kind of long term and like family and having kids. I think it's always kind of big to me, but I definitely think she's an outstanding mother.
What's your favorite thing about me being your spouse besides parenting? Like our
You
relationship.
love me too. I would say.
And I'll answer. I think the favorite thing about him as my spouse is he's very sacrificial, or he's not the type of husband where I'm like I have to tell him to take out the trash, or he's just very thoughtful.
Yeah, y'all just stack it sky high. Like literally. I come home and it's like boxes, and I see them little Instagram like memes. Yeah, and so I laugh. It's like literally
it's a woman thing. I don't know what it is.
Why? I mean, just literally the trash. I'm not saying you gotta take trash to the curb. But I'm just saying, like, just put the trash in the trash can.
The way our front yard is, the curb is like
literally 10 yards away.
10 yards away. So, but he is very thoughtful on like, what can I do to help in this moment? It's not like I have to give him like a list. He figures it out. So, thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
TJ, what card is mommy answering? Here. You pick. I'm not looking.
Which card, buddy? Top or bottom? This one? Okay. This is she has to answer.
If you could choose another specialty, what would it be?
Ooh. All your OB friends is listening to this one.
I think work-life balance is so huge to me, especially now as a wife and a mom. I just need something that I'm not up in the middle of the night watching fetal heart strips. As an adult, you hit your 30s, you can do a lot of things from 9 to 5 with a good paycheck.
Yeah, but it's that specialty. So you have to still be an ER.
You have to still be a doctor.
You got to still be a doctor.
Okay. I think I would pick family medicine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that for all my family.
Because there's so many different ways you
can
switch up and change. And like, let's say you didn't like this avenue. I feel like they're like what do you call it? 6 man for basketball? The pitch hitter for baseball?
I mean, I think it depends on where they are. I mean, because a lot of them, as a med student, when I did my family med rotation, he was a surgeon, he was the OB, he was the GI, he did colonoscopist, he did bronchoscopist, he pretty much did some of everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like depending on what you do, and this is what any field you pick as a physician, you can tailor your job to fit your lifestyle. You absolutely can. But being brutally honest, if you're doing obstetrics, babies don't fall in between 9 to 5. So that is a little harder to find. So that's why some of it has shifted to shift work, but still the shifts ain't 9 to 5 in OB.
Right.
So I think I would pick something more standard with the hours, so that makes me automatically think family medicine.
But your clinic hours is like 9 to 5.
Oh yeah, but just when you on call, it's just a different beast. Whatever.
But
okay, last one. What would you pick? I'm curious.
I do plastic surgery. I'd be in Atlanta BBLing.
There we go.
That's what I was.
Shoot.
Instead of watching Georgia football games on Saturday, I should have been studying.
Yeah, I mean that's I've noticed it, especially in this bigger city from where we were in Augusta. There's so many people who have plastic surgery. Those people have to be local.
They do like 2 or 3 surgeries maybe a week, if that. They have certain surgery days.
Surgeries paid for days. The day you walk in.
Exactly. No Medicare, no Medicaid, straight cash.
Yeah.
But they got a pretty good work-life balance here.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ever work the weekend. Unless they're attached to a hospital and they might have to take like face call or something like that. True. Other than that, they don't.
Okay. All right, TJ, pick the last card for your data.
TJ, what's the last one?
Yes.
Why do you keep picking the top?
He likes the top. Let your data show them. Read it.
What makes your spouse a good physician? Very down to earth. I feel like a lot of people connect to her. I've had some of my co-residents, I've even had people in med school like ask me, like when I was in med school, like, hey, can I see your wife? I want to go to your wife. She was so chill. Like we talked. She kind of seemed like a regular person. Seems like one of us. I've heard her talking to either, I don't know if it's like co-residents or patients about different weaves or like sew-ins. Like I've heard y'all talk about some of everything. I mean,
I didn't expect him to say that, but
right. I mean, no, it's true. I mean, I've seen this on like who's your hairstylist, from who does your brows, daycare, like where you seen baby to daycare, seen baby here, just like really, I think down to earth. So I really think people connect with her on a different level, and so I think they enjoy actually coming to you.
Yeah, I love that aspect of my job. I mean, I feel like I've met with my new patients, new girlfriends, or just kind of reconnecting with my patients who've been returning. So thank you for that. I think the one thing I think about you, obviously, you're an ER physician, which is a lot different in your role as like how you get your patients, right? Because they come because it's an emergency. But I feel like you're very calm and under pressure.
Yeah.
Which could be very, I think, refreshing for someone who's in like a family member or even the patient themselves, and you think quick on your feet. And he's very smart. I call him my doctor. So that's what I think what makes you a good doctor, is because I think also because of your background, he used to work in DeKalb County Correction Facility. He was in the Navy and all that type of stuff. So he's used to having to be able to function in those environments. And so I think you picked the right specialty for you, at least.
Oh, absolutely.
So is there anything you want to add? Can we answer this last one?
Which ones? I don't know. What time is it?
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't do it like that. That's cheating. If you're going to do it, you have to be scrambled up.
It was the one I wanted you to...
Oh, that's enough. That's a good one.
What? Oh, yeah, let's do that one. Since it's about that time. We'll finish with this one.
So advice for new incoming interns into residency. In general, just take a deep breath for one. I think too, because we just had this match day. Did not look great for ER. Don't know what the hell, but that's multifactorial. But whatever. I digress. I'm in my feelings about that, but whatever. First of all, enjoy your summers off. Like, please don't try to like study up. It doesn't necessarily work that way. If you're a super type A, you just want to, keep your skills up. If they got some podcasts that you can listen to while you're in the car, maybe, or kind of while you're walking. Other than that, please don't plan to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and do questions like read. Me personally, I don't advise that. The biggest thing you're going to notice is the medical knowledge will start to come. Oftentimes, it's learning a system that's even more important than everything, right? So for ER, knowing the system, I know my dispo. So some of the dispos like heart attack or, appendicitis or a stroke, those are the easy dispos, right? Oftentimes it's the psych dispos, the social work dispos, I can't control my grandmother, so I can't take her home. Like, what resources do you have? And kind of knowing what you can offer the patients, and kind of knowing your system, kind of knowing who to call, and kind of how to walk that line. I think for new interns, new learners, whatever the case may be, or even if you're just working in a different hospital, because I moonlight in a lot of different places, you have to know your resources, you have to know the system, you have to know the charting. And I think once you do that, it becomes much easier to kind of slow down and have the medical knowledge kind of come to you. But please learn the system.
Okay. I think for me, mine is more on like, I feel like residency for me was like an emotional journey. Why are you wet? And I think a big thing I had to figure out was like dealing with imposter syndrome. You're coming from med school where maybe you were at the top of your class, or you're just used to being at the top, or even if you're at the bottom, you're a smart person. And being put in situations where you don't feel like you know enough, or maybe if you're surgical field, you're not surgically ready to do a certain case, and realizing that that's just all part of the journey, and you're going to feel that way even as an attendant once you graduate. So just recognizing as an intern coming in that it doesn't take away the sting of feeling like maybe you have some days of inadequacy, but just remember that I at least said this, that it's completely normal, and that you will get through it. You'll come out on the end being like, wow, I really did all this. I'm ready to see patients. And then as a new attending, I can definitely say like, I feel very well trained. There's definitely room for growth. That's with anything that you first start off once you graduate. But like looking back to where I started off as a PGY1 first day to now, it was a daily grind. It was a daily, putting those feelings to the side and just continuing and just knowing that I could do it. So
exactly, and remember to stay humble because you will eat humble pie.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially in the ER, you won't eat humble pie all the time.
Yeah.
So you think it's this completely different. So I've definitely had my share, continue to have my share, and I just develop a taste for it. So you'll be all right.
Well, that is it. We're about to go to a lunch, a birthday dinner. TJ, do you have anything to share with them? You want to tell them anything?
Oh, tell them what you did today, buddy.
What'd you do for the first time today?
What did you do?
Can you say that? He
Yeah.
pee-peed in the potty.
For the
Yay,
first time.
you did it.
Instead of on the floor and on the couch.
You did it.
Good job.
All right,
buddy.
so with that, we are celebrating a birthday and the first time TJ pee-peed in the potty on his own. So I'm hoping that you guys have a very successful week. Thank you for joining us. Drop your comments, questions, suggestions below. We'd love to hear from you. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Say adios.
Adios.